Greetings. This is just a short video to let you know how to access the template to design your own engineering design activities for grades K-5 in North Carolina, and then how to upload them to GoOpenNC to share them across the state. First thing you'll need to do is go to GoOpenNC, so you can either Google it or go to goopenNC.oercommons.org. Once you're at this page, we have a featured hub, so you click on Hubs and you go over here to the right, Featured Hubs. And here's the main hub. You've got a link here to find out some more information, and also a link to the matrix of activities delineated by grade level and standard. But to get to the main area, you're going to scroll down here and go to the group. So Building Engineers in K-5 Classrooms group, click that. This takes you to the group area. When you get here for the first time, it's going to have a green button called Join This Group. You can go ahead and do that. And you'll need your NC Ed Cloud account to log in to the group. Alright, so in here, this is where this template video is going to be, this tutorial video is going to be. But to access the actual template to design the lesson, you're going to click on this arrow right here, K-5 Engineering Lessons. This breaks out all the different areas that we have lessons already uploaded to. But at the bottom, you come to Templates and Directions. So to get to the template where you'll design your activity, you're just going to simply click on Engineering Design Brief Template. You come there and you click on View Resource, and what that's going to do is it's going to force a copy of the template into your own Google Drive. So click Continue, and on this page you click on Make a Copy. And that'll bring up a copy, like I say, that stores it directly into your own Google Drive. Now, this is the template that we've been using. We tried to make it very simple and straightforward for teachers and for students. The purpose of this template is to be used with students, but also to have some teacher information within it. So as you're designing your activities, keep that in mind. This is a front-facing, student-facing slideshow. On this first slide, pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to put the title of your activity, the grade level, the subject, and the content standards that you're focusing on. Do recommend that you limit those content standards, so really be focused on only one or two, at the most 3 content standards for the activity. That helps teachers to find your lesson. You'll also notice on the bottom of each of these slides is some information for teachers and also for you. So talking about the template and how to use it, and on each slide you'll see there's a section here for more information. The second slide, this is for the teacher. So here's where you'll put your lesson summary, just a quick summary of 3 to 5 sentences of what the lesson is all about. Here you'll put any materials and resources that are needed, including any links to any handouts, and the estimated time. Keeping in mind, you're not going to want to do an activity that's more than 3 class periods. Usually 1 or 2 is best. Keep it short and sweet. Remember, these aren't long projects. These are activities that are designed and focused on certain standards. From there, to actually enter the template, you'll alter this information here. So again, this is a front-facing slide, so you would put your ask question here. And you'll see that for each of these slides, there's some classroom best practices loaded at the bottom. And so this is stuff that you can keep in here when you're designing your activities. But if you have more specific information that you want to include, you can just move that down and type in whatever you want the teacher that is using this to know about this section. So if you have any tips or tidbits that are unique to your activity, make sure you enter them right here at the top, while still keeping these down here so they have those best practices. Obviously, we'll go through each step of the process, so each step has its own slide. Imagine here's where you would insert instructions to your students about how to form the groups, what to think about, how to come to consensus, and then the class tips down here at the bottom. Slide 3 is the planning slide, so instructions that you want to give students about how to create their plans will go in here. You also want to make sure that they're real clear in this imagine stage about what are the constraints, what are the materials that they're using. Make sure that they've got that information in front of them. Step 4, create. Again, this is where you put the instructions for the students about how they're going to create their prototype. And same for the improve. Now I do have some sample questions here. You can use these, you can change these. This is all very much up to you on how you change this template to match the activity you have in mind. And last but not least, some teacher information at the back. talking about possible extensions or modifications. So how could you change the constraints? What are ways to modify this up or down? How you could increase failure rates here, or any writing prompts that you might want to add in. This would be a great place to do that so the teacher has it in one spot. So this is how to fill out. This is the template. It's blank. You can change anything in here. This is very malleable, and make sure that it fits your activity idea and it's really engaging for students and teachers. Now, you also want to rename your slideshow. And so what the suggestion would be is to rename it the grade level. And so if this is a second grade activity, call it second grade, put a dash, and then put the title of the activity here. That would be a good name to put for this title, for this slideshow, whenever you go to upload it. Alright, so that is how to access the template to upload. And now real quick, I just want to show you how to upload what you have already. So I'm coming back to the group, and just to give you an idea of how that works, once you have the template finished, you feel really good about it, it needs to be approved to be listed here on GoOpenNC. All you're going to do is go to contribute to this group. Now before I do that, I am going to bring up my my template that I just filled out just so I can show you how to upload it. And so here it is, title of the activity right here. And so the first thing you do is you're going to click on contribute to this group, and you'll click on submit from the web. It's going to ask you to enter the URL of your activity. So I'm going to pop over here, and I'm going to go to share. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and make sure that it is anyone with the link is a viewer, and then I'm going to click on copy link. And then I'm going to hit done. Now you've got that link copied, you're going to paste it in here. Now, before you click on continue, you need to do one thing. You need to go at the very back of this link, and you need to erase everything down to edit. And instead of edit, you're going to type the word copy. What this will do, it will do the same thing that you did for the activity template. It will force a copy so that the folks that are using your template or your activity don't mess it up. So click continue, and here you're going to describe it. So here all you're going to do essentially is copy and paste. So you put your title of activity here. In the overview, you would simply go to this second slide, and whatever you put as the lesson summary, you're going to copy and paste that right here into the overview. I'm just going to put a sample here. You'll want to add your name as an author, and so your name will go here. If there's multiple people, make sure you add them. The conditions of use, you're going to click on this one right here. It's the second furthest to the right. It's attribution, non-commercial, share alike. That basically means anyone that uses your activity needs to attribute it to you. Make sure they're not using it for profit. And if they share it, they need to share it under the same license that you chose. Last but not least, you're going to fill in a couple areas here so people can find your activity easier on GoOpenNC. Subject areas, engineering, if this was a math standards, I would do math. Material type, this is an activity. And then here's where you're going to select your standards. I'm just going to quickly do North Carolina Math. Since I said this is second grade, I'll go to grade 2. We'll call this a measurement and data lesson. And make sure you select all of the standards. Again, up to 3, 1 or 2 is best, that this applies to. I'll just pick MD.5 and MD.3. And then click on Add Selected Tags. Finally, the other things that are required are media formats. So here you're going to click on this and click on Interactive. Education level, this is a lower primary lesson. And finally, languages, English. You can skip all of these optional pieces down here where it says additional descriptions. But when you get down to this very bottom and you get to tags, I will ask you to put in K5 engineers, plural, as a tag. Finally, you're going to have to click on I agree and go to continue. Now what this will do, you can also put a cover image on here. That's totally fine. That's completely optional. So once you've got it, you just want to make sure you see what you input, make sure you've got it correct. and then you're going to click on Submit for Review. Once that's submitted for review, I'll get an email, and then I can review the activity, and then if it looks good, I will post it directly to our GoOpenNC group so that it will show up within the proper grade level here. And I'll also add it to the main matrix, which is listed up here. So I will copy and paste your link into the correct section on the matrix. So that is the end of the tutorial. Again, this is just to create activities. Last thing I do want to show you is in the group, underneath the engineering lessons and the templates and directions, I do have a sample. And so if you want to take a look at this engineering design brief sample, this is just a sample lesson that you can take a look at and see all the different pieces that I just described, but it does it in an actual lesson with students. So you can see visually what that looks like on this sample. Alright, well thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate you contributing any lessons and activities to this website. We're looking forward to getting this spread across the state and really having a lot of teachers direct the type of standards and activities that we're doing. So thanks again, and enjoy!